Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Alpha Traders. Everyone had a great holiday. We're moving in towards the new year. Bitcoin is throwing off some pretty bullish signals. We're still random on higher time frames. Nothing's dropped into trend yet, so it's still a little inconclusive in my opinion, but everything's looking good. Chart I'm looking at here, my probability chart, right? Volatility is going to create everything. Everything we do as a volatility, probability, and statistics trader, right? Volatility creates the candles, right? Nothing else. I don't care what anybody says. It's not an argument, and in my opinion, I mean, they can argue all they want. I'm just going to stick to my guns. Since our 29K low back here after the big dump, the 50% dump, not from the first 65K high, but from the 60 to the 30K, that 50% pullback there. Since that time, the two runs that we've had on the weekly chart, a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly started them. We have one once again, bullish engulfing. Okay. This is a good spot to start a pivot from as well. So after this week closes, this weekly candle, I'm gonna start one here. We could start one on the bullish engulfing from this previous week. I just want to see. I don't want to see a doji here, right? I don't want to see a doji on this week's candle whatsoever. I want to see some continuation. I want to see the volatility expand. See, let's pop on a 2-day here real quick. Let me throw this up. Was that on the 2-day? Is the 2-day flashing? Yeah, but I've got this new AVR. I've got this thing set on a 1. It is on a 0. Oh, that's right. This is the new one that's got the heat map. So we are flashing on the 2-day. Okay, volatility super low. In my opinion, correlation's down here. It's not significantly negatively correlated. We get continuation on this weekly candle, right? You're going to see this go positively correlated on the 2-day. When I talk about I want to see the continuation, I want to see the volatility expansion positive, heading into positive correlation. I want it to begin to slope. I want to see that slope upward. We are coming off. Z-score looks strong on the 2-day, coming off bullish div. That was building all the way back from the first, that big dump candle we had on the 2-day. It's been bullish divergence ever since, especially once we got back right at the 90, when it crossed up the 90% confidence interval down here, that's when we started moving. Now we are going to be running into these log MAs up here, which are powerful. Right? They will support price action. They will reject it as well. I like that we're on top of the Gaussian mean. For one thing, I talked about this over a week ago, and boom, we closed that 2-day candle above the Gaussian mean. All good since then. If you look at the entropy, though, the correlation's flashing. I like seeing the correlation is down to nothing, is what I really want to see. I'll tell you what, if Bitcoin starts making a move into the higher realms, right? If we firmly plant this data set back up above the all-time high, up above 70, I want to see this entropy drop in the trend. I want to see it start building positive correlation to the top side right here. This is what I want to see for the next movement. That is what I'm looking for. Right now on the 2-day, the Shannon entropy positively correlated and is rising. That's what I want to see as well. And there's only probably about 5 or 6 people that actually even have this indicator right now. You can see what I've done. I overlaid our Pearson, right, in line form on top of the Shannon entropy. I've got the Shannon entropy set at a 9 length, 5 correlation look back. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. This thing is pretty damn accurate. Pretty damn accurate. Just like volatility. You see the Shannon entropy start to rise. You want to look for the correlation. It plays out. Plays out just like the volatility does. So yeah, powerful. Still working with it though. Still working with it. And to be honest, it might be better when we get to super high time frames to bring the correlation up to a 10. Maybe pop that length on the Shannon entropy. Not too much. I really like 9. I really like 9 because it catches a lot of stuff. And here's a good thing. You see this whole run up here, this last, look, the entropy percentile was coming down the whole time during that move, negatively correlated. Boom, right at the top, it lost its significant negative correlation. Right there. Bam. And then, right? Then we get the down move right here, right? After the top, look at the Shannon entropy. Goes positively correlated, finishing off the contraction on that percentile. Price action walk down. It's a beautiful thing. Powerful indicator. Hey, if it made its way onto my chart, I like something. I like something that I'm seeing in it for sure. My chart's getting a little crowded because really you can't do without, right? The DLP, obviously, Fisher's made its way on. Another powerful indicator for some confirmation. Our returns oscillator, our Z score, and of course variance, right? This is if you do not have the alpha trading indicator on your chart, I don't know what you're doing, right? I do not know what you're doing. It's built into Wolfsbane, and I like using the one that's built into Wolfsbane because it's got the correlation on the outside of the line. While just the variance line will tell you, obviously if the variance is heading up or coming back down, but if we're having an outlier. So yeah, all these indicators are powerful. And I'm still working on our new iteration of our AVR here, which I kind of wanted to simplify it a little bit. Okay, well, we went the other way, but it's fine. The default settings come out are pretty simple. But gonna try to figure. Just takes up a lot of room on my chart. Takes up a lot of room. Obviously, it's room for 2 more correlations. I only have 1 length on the AVR set up, as you can see. I've just got the ABG and the three lengths of the APP on here for now. Just working with it still, but I do like it. I like the heat map. I like the heat map. Okay, so let me go back over here. I didn't finish what I was talking. So we got this bullish engulfing candle here, right? Powerful. When you see this on a weekly, first thing, people don't realize, most people in traditional TA, they don't realize what's creating these candles in the first place. We all know that trade the way we do, it's volatility. And when you see a bullish engulfing like this, that hey, things are flipping around, right? Things are flipping around. And usually it's going to be volatility expansion positively correlated. It's going to run this thing up. So right now, let me get rid of my cute little circles. I just wanted to point that out. These last 2 runs, what started it? Bullish engulfing. Say that 10 times real fast. See if that doesn't twist your tongue up. So we've got the 68.3 Laplace distribution range to the top side at the weekly at $53,104. We got up today. We got within 1K of it, right? We got up to 52.1 on spot. So we got within $1,000. This kind of didn't shock me that we had this, we dropped at 1K after the nice little pump. Traditional markets just went ham today, right? When you see SPY up 1.5% and when Bitcoin and SPY are highly correlated, you would expect to see about a 10% move in Bitcoin. That's all I've already, a 1.5% move on SPY. You're literally going to see about a 10% move on Bitcoin. Same with dumps, right? That's why Bitcoin's just an animal. You're going to see way bigger percentage of gains. Nasdaq's way up. So it's a good day for traditional markets. And like I said, these things are highly correlated. I wouldn't be a bit surprised when these traditional markets, I mean, they are closed. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this thing overnight or going into this early evening, this thing start to pump again. Now the traditional markets are closed. We got the first standard deviation of the top side normal distribution, 55,000, just a tick under 55.6. So, and if you see that, the 68.3 Laplace, a little pink dot right there, it's right below this projection from the 41K low, the 68.3 Laplace distribution projection to the top side. So we're kind of, you got the 68.3 below the first standard deviation, which is a 68.3% as well, above it. If this weekly candle can get up, especially, I want to see this weekly candle close above about 54. Let's see. Yeah, above 54K. Or make a run to the 1SD. Let's see what happens there. Last week, what did we do? We made a run to the 1SD and we did not reject from it. That's like a no-brainer when that kind of stuff happens. When you hit a 1SD on the weekly and it just hovers around it throughout the weekend, right? We didn't do anything crazy, but it didn't reject either. It got really comfortable up there. But 68.3% of the time on that weekly candle, we were going to close below that. That's strong. It didn't reject from there. That's what I'm saying. I want to see the same thing this week. I'd love for it to close above 54, but if we can get up and just hover around that 55K range going into the next week, right? Into the beginning of the new year, man, oh man, oh man. We could see some really interesting stuff coming into the really the first quarter of the year, right? The first quarter of the year. If we do that, right? Especially after this next week after the one we're in right now, if we can get up above the mean of this projection from that 50K or 50% dump there, we could see a run up to this 95.4 again. It's up around 100K. Okay? It's up around 100K in January. That'd be awesome, right? Just as in life, everything is probabilities. Everything's probabilities. And so when you use these probabilities as targets, and then you've got something like entropy to tell you when something's trending and it's not just random. When you see like this 2-day going to trend, look out. Look out. Let's go up one more. Let's go up to a 3-day. See what's happening here. Damn VPN. On the stream chat, I see him being hailed. Ah, yeah. Let me know how to exactly. Let me see. You can change the alert levels for space. Really? All right, I'll try that out. I looked. I didn't see where to do that. Didn't see where to do that, Don. If you can put something in our founder chat or something. So 3-day volatility is pretty low on the low length AVR. Pretty damn low, right? And this whole move up on the 3-day, right? It's been negatively correlated contracting volatility. And when I look at these higher time frames and I look at my 400 length APP, this baby has been staying strong the whole time. We've had little dips in it, but this baby's a magnet up here. This baby's a magnet. I mean, we get another pump here, you're going to see this. You're going to see these APPs climb right back up, which is going to tell you, you see all 3 lengths get up there? The sellers are exhausted. That's what I use that for. It's the only thing I use it for, right? It's just percentage. It's price percentile. That's all it is. It's letting you know. This is good. The Shannon entropy on the 3-day, right? It's right now significantly positively correlated. The last 3-day candles, and you can see the result. Like the 2-day, we're closing these 3-day candles, at least we did the previous 2, above the Gaussian mean. The deviation bands are still nice and spread apart, so they're giving us some nice targets. The first standard deviation On the 3-day is at about 58. What did that say on the 2-day? Yep, same. Actually, 2 days a little higher, up around 59. So we're gonna make a poke at that. We know that's up there at where? That isn't that about the first standard deviation? Or no, it's a 95 for Laplace. 95 for Laplace is a 59 too. All right, right up here. And at the same time, it's right by. It's right by the bottom side of the 68.3 on this projection. All right, right by it. Real close. It's actually, they're right on top of each other. Take that back. They're pretty much right on top of each other within a couple $100. So that's good. That's what I wanted. That's what ideally I'd like to see. And I'm telling you, if you're a bear right now, you just don't understand just reading price action. And you definitely don't understand what's creating this price action, which is volatility, right? We're a small little group of volatility traders. Me and MJ were talking about this earlier. We're never going to expect to be big, right? We don't expect that. But the people that come and put some time in, this is not easy trading, right? We make it look easy. I might make this shit look easy. It's not. Not at all. I've been staring at these charts and working on this for 3 years now, and there's something new every day. Especially when you got coders and math people that are just continually just dropping stuff into my mind space. It's great, to be honest. It's great, but there's just so like the Shannon entropy, right? Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Not the previous guy, right? Our math, this who we have doing math for us, Van. He blows my mind for sure. Donnie's right there too, right? But yeah, Van's bringing forth a lot of good mathematics. So then Donnie's the coding Nazi. Loves to clean up that code. One of the better ones I've ever seen. So yeah, shout out to you, buddy. Okay, let me see here. But yeah, look out. If you're a bear right now, I don't know why. You're hanging on, man. I would highly suggest not being in a short position. But as a volatility trader, we don't sit in any positions. We take these levels, right? And really, well, I'll look at the whoops. Didn't mean to do that on that chart. 4 hour is dropping into trend. Was dropping into trend, right? We had this couple 4 hour candles, so it's sloping back up. This is what I want to see on the 4 hour, right? As far as trend goes, really rolling up in the high time frames, it's going to start on the 4 hour. Enough. Anyway, where was I? Well, we got, now that you can see it, this has been, I mean, since this dump, look at the 4 hour. Look at these log MAs, right? 4 hour. We just been rejecting off of them. We're finally starting to change this up. Finally starting to change it up. And to be honest, volatility wise, I mean, this is looking like a freaking reversal. Finally getting out of this hole. And the sellers were just exhausted. Number one, the sellers were exhausted. Now look, when so do these work? I mean, look at the little pullback we just had on the 4 hour, man. Look at the wick. Wicked right to the 144. There's a reason why I use these numbers. They work very well too. Very well. I was like, okay, are we going to drop back down to like 50.5? Are we going to ride the 9 up? Because that's price action loves to ride that 9 up. All right, right here, it bounced off the 99 perfectly. So closing this will be the first, right? First day that we will close some 4 hour candles above this 144 length variance log MA. We have got the 99 is already, the 99 is telling us right now the returns are above the mean, variance is rising. Powerful, powerful, powerful. If we really start to get a pump on this 4 hour, you're going to see them all. You'll see them all. These are primed, right? We got all white, one's blue. White is pretty much just, there's a little bit of indecision, right? A little bit of indecision. I want to see the 144 flip up, right? We're starting to cross everything back up. The 33 crossed the 54. The 9 has crossed everything but the 144. We start getting these all crossed up again. It's going to be party time. Party time in Bitcoin land. No doubt about it. Go over here and see what this is looking like. And you can see what happened too. Don't forget about the reverse wave trend and the reverse Fisher. If you don't think these play a part, dude, those are tough nuts to crack. We all know this. We literally back over here from the all-time high. When we got below that wave trend, we just rejection, 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 rejection. And then we freaking dumped out. Got to get up above it. The Fisher's still bullish. That's why we use this length. But we see a daily. We want to get this daily up above to be safe, 52.5. Start closing some daily candles above this reverse wave trend. That is the white dotted line. We got to get this band flipped up again too. Let me see something on the weekly real quick. See, that's just like when you're below it, this weekly freaking dump, right? I mean, pretty much wave trend, reverse wave trend, stayed above it, powerful. Had this weekly bullish engulfing candle, beautiful, right? We are above the 9 right now. We are above the. Let me get these right here. Oof, boy, that's a spaghetti bowl. Holy shit. Give me 1 second. That is the 144. Yeah. So we're above the 144 and the 9. We got to get up. This is the 33 and the 54. We got to get up above those. We get up above those. It's like free range. Let's go. LFG. Capital. I'm yelling it. All caps. 5 day. I like it. Like the 5 day too. 5 days looking good. The power means supported the big dump on the 5 day. Now we're back up above the reverse wave trend. Fisher's still real bullish. Those things didn't even mess around. Didn't even mess around. That's why I haven't been too worried about this thing dumping out. I mean, we're talking like 30K. I've talked about it. There was probabilities down there 100%, but as long as these higher time frames are still looking good, they're still bullish, hey, there's not a problem in Bitcoin land. Not a problemo. Let's go back over here. Intraday. Let's look at the 90-minute. Let's see, what did SPY close at? Yeah, 1.42. 90-minute looks good, right? We had that pump. We dropped back down below the 9, the 33, and the 54. We're back up above them all again. And they found support, right? Found support. Actually, the 9 is finding support on the 54. We need to get that back up. What's happening here? Probably there. Yep. Little hidden bowl. We like hidden bowl. Couple stabs anyway. Dun, 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 dun. Have to be seen here on the 90-minute. But you can see when we pulled back here, these last like 3 90-minute candles went negatively correlated and the entropy percentile continued to rise. So 3 90-minute candles down. Hmm. 15-minute. We hit this 99% confidence interval on the DLP, right? Yes, we did. And now people are like, okay, we're about to go nuts. We're about to explode. Well, when you're not using a Z-score and the deviation log returns, or the deviation log pro, there was bear div big time on both, right? There was bear div big time. There was on the returns oscillator too. But when you see all three of them, this bear div, I mean, hello, we're having a pullback. That's all. Just having a little pullback. Same time, we built some bull div on the DLP, built bull div on the returns oscillator on the 15-minute, and we're building some bull div on the Z-score again. So let's see what we can do here in the last hour and a half. Or would I like to close? Haven't even popped up the VRE yet. Can see what we did here too. Now here is the top of the new weekly range too. Now we've done this before. My parameters have changed using this indicator. We got within about 300 bucks, 350 bucks. Came down, tested this monthly S1 here, right? Tested this monthly S1 in the bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Pretty much bounced off it early in the opening yesterday, right? When we opened this day. And came down once to the dollar, tested the center of the daily volatility range, and that ran us up to the today's high. It'd be nice to close outside the 68.3, up above 51.5 again. That would be nice to see this get up here and close up here. But as of right now, right, we're starting to run these daily volatility ranges back up. We're starting to stair step these things back up. Now, the monthly volatility range coming into the end of the year, this is where I would like to see Bitcoin for the end of the month, up in this monthly volatility range. There's the bottom side. It's up there about 48 or 58.5, right? So on this week, let's see if Bitcoin can make a run on the weekly to the 95.4 Laplace distribution range at a tick above, I think it was 59.1 or something like that. That'd be nice. That would firmly plant us up in this monthly volatility range, which would be great because that would drop. That's going to drop this monthly volatility range probably down inside the weekly. We might get the weekly and the dailies back up above the monthly, and that's what we want to see going into the new. That'd be beautiful. That would be beautiful. Pull back up here. There you are, price action. What else can we talk about here? Whoops, that's right. So it's on the weekly. What I didn't do.
We could talk about clickbaity things and make more people watch the video.
Yeah.
Doge, Inu, Shibu, Binu, pump, coin.
Let's see here. Yeah. This monthly, right? Obviously pulling back. We pulled back on the monthly. I mean, there was bear div on pretty much every damn indicator that we have. Z-score, returns oscillator, the Fisher, the DLP. I want to see on this coming into this new month. Let's see this entropy percentile start to expand again. It's going into positive correlation, going in positively correlated for sure. 100%. We 51,734 is the monthly Gaussian mean. We need to definitely close above there, which I don't think that's going to be a problem going in the end of the year, but it is Bitcoin. You never freaking know. This thing's insane sometimes, and it's doing the boogaloo right now. So who the hell knows? I mean, all the way down here from, I mean, Christ, if we're down here on the monthly, right? This in Bitcoin's like, I mean, what is that? April of 16. I mean, this is the 20K run up, right? This is all I'm waiting for another massive move, right? To send us to, I mean, there's probabilities from 100K all the way up to about 250K when you do some projections. So Where's Bitcoin going to roll to? We are going to find out soon enough, for sure. In my opinion, by the look of that weekly candle, though, that this little down move that we had is about over. All right, we're getting ready to regain some traction to the top side. That's my bias anyway. That's my bias. My bias is always Bitcoin to the top side because Bitcoin's never not been bullish. I mean, let's put things in perspective, right? You can't have moves like this without some little bullish pullbacks. That's what these things are. I mean, people are like, "Oh, brutal bear markets." It's like, seriously? A brutal bear market. Here, let me show you what a brutal bear market would look like. That's a brutal bear market. Bitcoin at 20 cents. Which obviously is never going to happen, but you get my point. This thing has always been bullish. 100%. Especially the higher you go, it's ridiculous. Hello. There's no other asset ever known to man to look like this on a yearly chart. It's just ridiculous. Let's see, chop
You
down.
still get jokers saying gold is better than Bitcoin or whatever.
Let me see here. Yeah, we got this 144 is some good support on the 4-hour. I like my log MAs. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, let me go over here. I know what I wanted to do real quick. Pop on SPY. Holy crap, Rooney. I talked about this. It didn't make it into the video because I didn't realize traditional markets weren't going to be open on Christmas Eve. I get lost in the chart sometimes, so we didn't put that part out. But I was talking about SPY hitting the 470 in between 475 and 477 area. Where did it close today? 477.26. It exceeded a little bit where I was talking about, and I'll show you. But that was on last week's. Flip the SPY here on our projection. Go to see what this new weekly. I mean, holy shit. I mean, literally first day of the week, SPY runs up. Man, did that already hit the it's opened up? Yeah. Let's sell it on here for a second. Yeah, we're above the 68.3. So SPY right now is making a run this week, probably towards this first standard deviation at about 480. At about 480. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see that by the end of the week, which I mean, hello. We could be there tomorrow, to be honest. So what's a 95 Laplace? 488? Could actually do that. You get another candle like this, we're there easily. No problemo. No problemo. But now here's what I want to see as well. I want to see some weekly levels of the RE. Wow. Hello. Hello. I mean, this is what 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 5 days of SPY. We bottomed out down here at like 450 every day, just bing, 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 bing. Now look today. What do you see on SPY? Look at this tight. Look at this tight daily range, right? Which never got tested, to be honest. It just ran away from it at 470. Where did we open up? 472. Let's be real. That's close enough, to be honest. See, let me spread this out a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, it also jumped high above the power means. It was already above them. It just kept running above.
Let's look up here. It's the weekly at 499. Is that the R2? There was this new weekly range. There it is down there. Okay. Whoa, big, massive weekly weekly range. Wait a minute. Yeah, boom, boom. Oh, it's right on top of each other. That's why. Yeah, I think I was right. It's the R2 up there. There's the weekly R1, weekly R2, weekly R3 up at 499. So this week, yeah, this 485 range, that's definitely doable very easily. Hell, it could make a run, and go all the way up there. Um, you got the Fed pumping 30 billion a month into the market, so go figure. Talked to MJ earlier. I see all these like people that talk on media. They perpetuate this notion that our government is printing money. You're never going to hear them come out and make it sound like the Federal Reserve is not the U.S. government. You'll never hear them say that because they don't want the normal person to know that the Federal Reserve is a private corporation and that they're the ones that have the money machine and that there's several elite families that own that money machine.
It's owned by the bank. Yeah, literally.
People never ask the question, who are we in debt to? They know we're $30 trillion in debt. If we're the ones that are printing the money, how the hell are we in debt? Well, we're in debt to the Federal Reserve, the families that own the Federal Reserve. And that's elite families from all over the world. There's no borders. There's no borders when it comes to these elites. And the show that they put on, like there's all this separation between countries, it's all bullshit. It's all political play. There is an elite class, and then there's all of us, and they have separated all of us with borders. It's ridiculous. Don't get me started. But anyway, so they just continue to borrow this money from the Fed. They're trying to crumble our economy. Is what they're trying to do. This is all happening on purpose. So, got to be strong. That's why buy Bitcoin. This is the best. This is like the best advertisement for buying Bitcoin is what these idiots are trying to do to our country. Let's just buy Bitcoin.
That's for sure.
Bitcoin. Let's buy some Bitcoin. Now and
even if you're just a conservative investor, like even if you're just a conservative investor, hedging with some Bitcoin makes sense. That's just
because Bitcoin's never going to be like I don't see it as being competition to the dollar. I see them running side by side. I mean, Bitcoin trades against the dollar.
Exactly.
The way they're abusing the dollar is ridiculous. Bitcoin, it's like the future of it's just sound money. It's where you're going. It's where you're going to be able to put your money. You're going to be safe, right? It's a store of value in the end. Hey, go sit down, Big Wolf. You want to say hi? Say hi, Big Wolf.
It may eventually become a stable coin. Until then, the volatility is quite fun.
All right. Of course, in Bitcoin fashion, go, man. No. Go everybody go lay down. Yeah, Donnie, 100%. It's a lie. 100%. Use it to freaking crush the little man. It's all fake money. Nothing to be in debt to. There's nothing backing any of this. Shit. Okay, Bitcoin, where are you taking us? Let's get this back down. I mean, is Bitcoin going to make a run down here to this monthly S1 again? All right. Be surprised. I also would not be surprised if it really tried to get into this weekly range a little bit. But as far as that goes, I mean, if this thing pumps and we just start running, it's close enough, right? There's been other weeks where it hasn't got this close. We ran away from it. So yeah, my parameters have changed on this indicator. The dailies are still pretty close. I want to see the dailies. If not test them, be within like 50, $100, right? And is what I'm starting to realize, as long as Bitcoin makes an effort, makes a run towards it, right? Doesn't just like we open the day right here and just runs. right? It made a couple attempts. It's making another now to go down to this weekly range. So that's what I'm looking for now in these ranges being tested, right? Is it even giving it any respect at all? Or is it just going to open up a new day and run away? Open up a new week and just run away? Just bullish candle sitting. That's where your radar needs to go off 100%. Be like, okay, this is not sustainable. This area will get tested. That's when the hard tests will happen. You run away like that, don't be shocked. That thing is gonna drop just like it ran up. Off that. Actually, pulled back, but I don't know, was it almost 10%. You dogs need to chill. Yeah, altcoin wise, wow, Luna pulled back big time. They had a pullback. Sushi was up, what, 17% earlier, I think. It's down to 15. Yeah, Bitcoin pulled back. Everything was just kind of chilling. A dog barking at nothing. Literally nothing. Yeah, there's not, if anything. Take a peek there. Solana on the 4 hours having an outlier to the downside, but at the same time, this thing is building some hidden bull divergence. A lot of it on the returns oscillator. And yeah, I mean, there was not a lot of bear div though. Little bit of bear div on the DLP, on the Z score. Everything was really trying to start to trend. We are significantly negatively correlated on the low length ADR on the 4 hour Solana chart expanding. Chat. I mean, hell, it's dropped $10. It's up at 205. High today, 205. Right now, it's, yeah, at one. Well, I guess, yeah, from that low right there, pumped $10. Almost gave it all away. Just like Bitcoin, right? If anybody thinks anything's going to decouple from Bitcoin yet, they're just very confused the way this market operates. Bitcoin is the commander in chief. No doubt about it. It's all in here. You get. Huh. Right. Look at this shit coin. Let's see here. Let's go up here on to a daily. An old doggy coin. Look at that nice rejection. Old doggy coin. That off those log MAs. Yeah, bear div on the returns oscillator. It's playing out now. The Fishers are turning down. Yeah, I don't see this bad boy. So if Bitcoin really starts to go on a pump, it's going to leave Doge behind. From what I'm seeing, 100%. Yeah, 2-day bear div too. Not on the returns, or not on the Z-score. The returns oscillator, this move back up here on the 2-day was bull div. Jets setting up there now. Oof. Well, that 2-day, it's still correlated to the downside big time. Big time. But that inch percentile is definitely coming down, significantly negatively correlated. That's a little battle between the volatility and the entropy reads right now, because you're contracting negatively correlated too on the ABR. Intraday, what's this thing gonna do here? Yeah, having outliers on everything. Having the outliers. Yeah. Not so much. Definitely having outliers to the downside though. Well, the Z-score just was. Definitely lost it though. It's lost it. Oh, I just see. No wonder. Oh, what just happened? Bitcoin just dropped fucking like $400 in a second. Didn't it? Holy shit. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, going into the end of the day, maybe it's making a run to this weekly range. I mean, did it actually test it? No, it got close. Still up for grabs though. Still up for grabs. 50.1. Be interesting to see if Bitcoin drops down there. It would. I wanted to see it close up here. All right, but obviously Bitcoin's got a mind of its own. The algorithms that push this thing around are doing what they do. Wrecking retail traders. I mean, how many people just bought up here? Bought at 52. Now they're just like, damn it, Bitcoin. What are you doing? That's all good. That's why this chart comes in real handy. And this is day one. So actually, hey, get it over with. You're going to come down? You're going to test the top of this weekly range? That would be ideal. So then I go over here. I want to go to the 4-hour. That testing that 9. Oh, it dropped below the 9. I really did want to see that, but this 33 is strong. Where's that 33 at? 50.5. 50.5. It's there now. That's like firmly right in the center of the daily range. But this is what I'm saying. If it bounces here again on this weekly or on this monthly S1, I mean, this has made a couple nice little charges to go down and test that weekly range. So if it does leave this area without fully testing it, it's tested it in my mind. So we'll have to see. And of course, you see a read like that on the weekly. This is typical. Oh, that's S&P. I was like, what's not looking right here? It definitely does not look like Bitcoin. There we go. So yeah, and that 68.3 is at 50.1. What's at 50.1? Top of the weekly range. Top of the weekly range. So do we fully test the downside of that 68.3? Scare little people are like, oh, but YouTube Jimmy said that we had a bullish engulfing on the weekly. That damn Bilbo. That's why we trade volatility. And we know how Bitcoin acts. Bitcoin is a fickle foe. This thing does what it does, man. It just loves to wreck people. Because people are getting over leverage, guarantee it. Speaking of that, let's see here real quick. So all the shit I got on that's NFT crap.
Sure, man. Leverage is like TNT in the hands of the clueless. Use sparingly, if at all.
Oh yeah. Yeah, everybody's chilling right now. Still inflow, outflow, BTC. There's more outflowing. More outflowing for sure. Only by about 1K though. Yeah. Yep. Take a peek here real quick. Miners are not selling. No liquidations. There were some short liquidations. There was. Open interest definitely going back up. That's what I wanted to see. Funding rates staying pretty level, right? Funding rates really staying level. The open interest definitely going up though. Be interesting to see how this plays out. Got dogs all over me. So, Captain Bitcoin, what you gonna do? Oh, go, man. Hey, go lay down. He almost speaks English. Uh, yeah, I know, buddy. They haven't been to the park. We get bad weather like this. I'm not going to go out in 50-mile-an-hour winds, snow blowing sideways. They just get let out to take a tinkle. So, what are we going to do coming in to the new day? Now, I saw the variance. The variance was still dropping. Yep, still dropping, negatively correlated. Telling you, this Z-score is making its way back up to the top. That's what you're usually going to see. Especially you're down here messing around at the 99% confidence interval on the DLP, where we're finally the last 5 days, right? We're back up above. All outliers on these moves at the top side too, which is good. You can see it, right? The Z-score having an outlier right there. We want to see this happen again. I want to see this entropy percentile coming in this new day start to expand, positively correlated. Same thing with the historical volatility Z-score. I want to see this correlation slope back up to the top side and the actual Z-score pop off of this 90-95% confidence interval. It's right at the 90 right now, little tick below it. Start heading back up to the top side. That's what you will see if this price action continues up. And like I said, I mean, we have been low. Volatility has been low on the daily, right? For over a week. We still haven't had expansion, even though we got this nice pop out of under 50K. We have not seen the move yet. My bias is to move to the upside. That's where my bias is right now. Just seeing last week's candle. Unless this is just a fake out of all fake outs. Hell, you never know. It is Bitcoin. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out for sure. All coming into this new day. The daily looks good. The variance is low. This is definitely going to turn up here at some time. It does not hang out down low. When it gets this low, we usually it pops. The variance pops. I mean, you can go sideways like this, right? While we were messing around these all-time highs up here. But once it really gets down here by the zero, it's time to turn that baby up and let's get a move. Let's get a move. I like the Z-score. The returns oscillator is starting to turn back up. All right. Let's do it, Bitcoin. Close this daily above the Gaussian mean. That's at 50.4. And just try to make a run down there, right? I mean, that's what's great. It was the Gaussian mean was at 50,442. Today's low 50,476. So it's wanting to stay above there. And then usually you start closing above that Gaussian mean. It could be a powerful pump to the top side, blast these deviation bands, really get those things spreading out. But right now, like coming into tomorrow, yeah, 54, 57, the same areas, right? Top side 60. We'll see some buyers come in here. I was telling MJ earlier, we're trying to figure out, because I feel like there's going to be some big institutional buys coming in. Some big institutional buys coming in. Because the thing is, if you're selling to pay this year's taxes, in my opinion, you're not going to sell before the end of the year because whatever you sell is just going to get tacked on to you're going to owe taxes on that too. So it's like, in my opinion, it behooves you to sell coming into the new year to pay last year's taxes and so on and so forth. You're just kicking the can down the road. That's how I do it. So there you go. Just makes sense. Makes sense. And so usually in people, are going to sell for taxes, it's coming into the new year. But there's no regulation. Like if you guys, anybody using Coinbase, I'm sure you've been getting these emails. They haven't been turning anything over to the IRS. They tried to scare everybody at first, but then if you go to the website and read, the only things they're turning over to the IRS are like profits from staking and shit like that. So, but it says you have to renew your information. First, it was by March 2022 to continue to use it. I just got a new email saying you need to redo your information by August of 2022 now. I'm just like, make up your mind, man. I mean, they're doing everything they can. This is what crypto's all about. The whole industry, in my opinion, screwed up big time, right? It's cryptocurrency. You all stick together. You tell the IRS to go fucking float the boat, do whatever, get out of our business. But they all folded. They all folded. They're all afraid of the corrupt system, the corrupt IRS. You talk about a corrupt organization.
Do I know Crazy. You? What's your? Are you? I don't think I
know you. Exactly. They want Bilbo. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. They know they're corrupt. Hell, my dad worked for them for 20 years. He quit because they're corrupt. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I never threw a trend line on the variance. That's interesting. Oh, very interesting.
Well, I mean, as long as the Fed is printing free money, I'm, gonna keep trading.
Interesting trend line on the old freaking variance.
Yeah, I mean that's Michael Saylor's whole deal, right? I mean, borrow free money, buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, and get your interest. Also, like the Fed is like, as much as they're buying, it's crazy. But like even they're saying like, they have to start slowing down all the buying because it's like a party that they know they can't keep running forever, quote unquote. Of course, we all know what the racket is, but like, even they have their dietary limits occasionally. So now that what's his name, Jay Powell got reconfirmed, basically he's free to not do what he said he would do, and that's exactly what he did right before, like last week, when he said he's basically gonna, instead of printing more, he's gonna print. He's gonna cut back on the amount that they purchase of companies and equities and whatever securities.
Yeah, so they're gonna do exactly the opposite.
Yeah, so they're gonna print more money, but they're gonna buy less securities. Gee, what are they gonna do with all that money that they're not buying equities with?
They're gonna buy equities.
Yeah, they're gonna keep buying equities. Yeah, they're gonna keep buying equities like crazy till the party runs out. But even they realize that they have a bad problem, hyperinflating at the moment or soon to be.
Yeah, but they don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like they just We're
trying to turn this into a Venezuela. Screw them. Buy Bitcoin. Yeah, so we chatted about Bitcoin. When Bitcoin's like this, it's pretty much the only thing I like to look at. I mean, everything's going to follow Bitcoin around. You're going to have your outliers. But, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how this day plays out. I am looking for, when I look at that weekly candle, I'm literally, we could get a 95 for Laplace distribution move this week. It would not shock me at all to see Bitcoin back up here at around 59K. Would not shock me at all. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I would like to see Bitcoin back up there around 59K. Solidify it, right? But usually after you get a nice weekly candle like that, we're about ready to pop big time. But of course, on the other end of the spectrum, you've got every YouTube Jimmy out there talking about all this stuff. But then again, what kind of charts are they looking at? How are they going to know if that's not what is going to happen? Well, they don't have any volatility charts, and they damn sure don't have them correlated. And there's still people out there that even do talk about volatility that still don't understand that volatility itself is not directional. But when you correlate said volatility to price action, it is 100% directional. So I really could care less what they think. They want to continue to think that volatility it cannot be a directional indicator. Let them, because it's one of the best metrics we use. So we will always have the heads up on those people, 100%. That's why we trade volatility, probability, and statistics. The volatility, expansion and contraction, and the core breaks and correlation. And then we have targets with our probabilities. It makes this trading thing pretty damn easy. Takes something that's very hard to do and makes it really easy once you learn how to do it. So anyway, that being said, if you are watching this on YouTube, we're Alpha Trading. And the link to our Discord is in the description of all our videos. Come check us out. Open up a support ticket. We're running a special to the end of the year on our levels of our Discord. There are 2 different levels. You can look in the shop channel and see what those discounts are. Definitely open the support ticket. Tell us what's on your mind. And thanks, guys, for watching live in the chat. And I will see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully get a little bit better internet connection. See you guys.